Allin was not booed as he came out here. Like, this was a very respectful crowd to Darby, and they just wait on Punk. And dude, the crowd was electric as out comes Punk. And you know what? AEW signed CM Punk, but they didn't sign CM Trunks. We got tights.
Yeah, we got pants. We've got like long boys on CM Punk, which is just an odd sight to see. I don't know. What did you think?
I'm not the post wrestling member to give a review of this, but it was fine.
It will take.
It was an adjustment. Seeing
we'll take some getting used to. Yeah, I think in my mind I had pictured, okay, this is going to be CM Punk of 7 years ago versus modern day Darby Allin, and the pants admittedly kind of threw me off, but obviously it didn't take away anything from the match.
So everyone went nuts for like this opening collar and elbow tie up where Punk gets sent down and gives the look on his face, and everyone is like tweeting out the gif of Bret Hart and Sean Waltman from 1994. Like pretty much verbatim is what they did here, which was a really cool callback to 27 years ago.
Wow, that's really neat.
It was very neat. So there's chance for both early on. And it's like they're very much working this as just they're sizing up one another. It's like a slow start, but very engaging stuff. Allin rocks him with a coffin splash, and then Punk responds by sending Darby into the corner with this hard Irish whip, and Darby like just breaks his spine going off the post and landing on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, that's one I haven't seen Bret do.
No, he did not do that one. Darby used a code red on Punk. Allin was then crotched on the top turnbuckle. Early on, Punk teased the GTS, and Darby instantly popped off the shoulders and went right to the floor, acknowledging he nearly got caught right away before the match was even really underway.
I really liked like Darby's kind of like evasion, or at least like acting as if he was like really scared of the GTS. Like he's got very great explosivity in all his moves, of course, but even as he's like, you know, doing some of the feeling out process at the start of the match, like he was kind of like a cat, you know, that just like, I don't know, heard a loud noise, like the way he ran away from the GTS. So
Punk then catches him with the GTS. This is like midway through the match, but Allin from the impact rolls to the floor, and Punk's just watching him. He doesn't want to win this way. Allin ends up getting in at the count of 9, so the match continues. Punk hits the flying knee in the corner and calls for another GTS. Darby blocks it with these big elbow strikes, and this is when the crowd starts booing Darby. And Punk then rolls to the floor, and he takes the tope suicida.
Yeah.
This is like a 42-year-old man saying, you know what, this crate challenge, let's do it.
You don't think they train this at Rufus Sport?
Probably on Fridays after sparring.
Who would be doing it? One of the
Sergio
Pettises.
Pettis, maybe.
Yeah.
Or Anthony Pettis. Either one. Darby follows with a swanton off the top to the floor. And then it's Darby that makes the GTS signal from the top, but misses the coffin drop. And Punk is giving this look that he outsmarted Darby. But then Darby tries to catch him with a crucifix. Punk then rolls out, attempts to GTS. It's countered with the Last Supper for a 2 count. And then Darby lands on his shoulders, and Punk moves and hits the GTS to pin him in 16 minutes and 39 seconds. What I really enjoyed about this was that this was like this chess match between two completely different styles. And it was like this tug of war of, I'm going to make you wrestle my style, and each going back and forth and not wanting to get like caught in quicksand by wrestling their game. I thought this was like a really cool match for the way it was laid out, very different from everything else on the show. And I was really impressed with Punk for a guy that, I mean, as he has led on, has, I mean, as much preparation as you've done, whether it be on a television set or whatnot, I was very impressed. Sorry, my my headphones got knocked out here.
Okay, yeah, no, it was a very good match. You know, for a man's first match back officially in 7 years, I thought this was really great. Not only did he look very much in shape, I don't really feel like he looked all that different from where he was 7 years ago. Now, is this the best match that I think Darby Allin and CM Punk can have? I think they're capable of better, but that just kind of goes to show you like how much I think of the both of them because I thought this was really good, and I feel like Punk will continue to look even better in the weeks and months to come when that wrestling cardio increases as he gets acclimated to this very modern style. The clash of styles that you bring up is I think also really interesting because I mean I don't know if you have a member of this roster like maybe aside from like Ray Phoenix or something like that that's as fast as Darby Allin. So of CM Punk at 42 years old coming back from a 7 year layoff trying to compete with that it was certainly very ambitious. And so I think he made a good stylistic choice in being the guy to slow down the match, slow down Darby Allin. He employed a whole lot of headlocks here in order to kind of like thwart that style. It was interesting, I think, because it almost kind of made Punk come across as a bit of the heel, the guy who was dominating the whole match, and then Darby is coming back with these like razor fast comebacks. I'm curious to see Punk in more of an underdog role, like against a bigger opponent, like a I don't know Wardlow or something like that, because I think that's when he'll really shine. But man, for Darby, like he proved here that he's really just a next level performer. You know, I have to imagine somebody tuning into AEW for the first time for a Punk match, like would have been impressed with him.
Yeah, and this was like they did such a great job of handling Darby in this. He felt like such a big star just by being involved with this. This was hardly just this guy was thrown in there as Punk's victim. He got over great in this match. Afterwards, Sting comes down. And first, he shakes hands with Punk. He checks on Darby. Punk and Darby shake hands. So the crowd, they're embracing both of them. It's just a great whole presentation, I thought, especially the post-match on top of it.
Yeah, very much so. Really good debut. And
I could see the next Punk match, actually, like, whether it be a 6-man with these two or teaming with Darby, either or. I could totally see them, like, now they work together.
Everybody has friends in AEW. Everybody's got to be a part of a faction. You know, as long as like Punk is not a part of the Hardy family office or something, I think it's cool. Yeah, 6-mans. Why not? Look at that stable. It's Darby Allin, CM Punk, and Sting. Like, could you have pictured that?
No, I would not have predicted this being a potential stable. But here we are.
Like, what's a car ride like that like? I feel like Punk and Allin would really get along. Like, but like. Is Sting driving? Does Sting get to pick what's on the radio? Like
I would love to contrast all their playlists.
Yeah,